Hey there viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto channel. That's a 2014, it's a Ford, it's the Focus, it's got the 2.0. AC doesn't work, looks like the compressor has gone nuclear, and I also noticed that her positive battery cable is about twice the size of what it should be, so we're going to take care of that too. The battery cable here is quite puffy. We have a little thing of mouse repellent that the mice are eating a hole through, so we're going to get rid of that. It's no longer valid. Let's see, I think we're gonna end up taking the air cleaner and stuff out. Let me grab the new cable. I got one from Ford. Here it is. It does have a little tag end on it. If you're working on one of these, that's your part number. It looks like we're gonna have to do a little wire splicing action there, which it's left the chat quite some time ago up here. No lights on or anything in the car, no customer complaint, but look at the size difference between that cable. Pretty cool, man. Yeah, car starts and cranks fine, you know, no issues. So let's see. Let's get this out of here. Got your random zip tie right here, we'll cut that off. Open that little guy up. Let's grab us a screwdriver, wire clip tool. I think that's all we'll need. Mass airflow sensor. There's a little Christmas tree retainer right here. Came out no problem. It's got your classic red lock on it. There's that up and out the way. Screwdriver on the clamp. Oh, man down. Alright. That feels like it's loose. See if we can get this up without breaking it off. I like it when they come in broken. That way I don't have to be the guy. Somebody's always got to be the guy. Ooh, felt that one. Ooh, I felt that one. Get that one again. Oh, baby. I think we're gonna be good. Oh, look at that. We didn't break anything. Looks like a little mouse moved in there, though. You in there, little mouse? Might still be in there. We'll have to empty that out. This car spends a lot of time sitting. 14, I think it's only got about 50K on it. Obvious signs of the mices. Let's get this baby opened up so we can see where this cable goes and we can get to this end where we can make our splice. It feels like deja vu. Deja vu, he says. Oh, that clip broke. There, we're that guy. This one's much stronger. Didn't break the clip, it just the zip tie unzipped itself. Well, it didn't unzip itself, it's broke, okay? Okay, there's that. I guess we can get this zip tie out of there. Come out of there, baby. Now it's broke. Wow. Not cool, man. There. Just pretend we didn't see that. That's probably the best thing to do. And then we're gonna work these clips. One there. One there. One right there. Oh, this is not deja vu for you because I didn't film it. Never mind. It was a fun one. I did film it, but I elected to not put out the video because there was too much. There would have been too much controversy, and I didn't want to read all the stupid comments. It was a Ford Escape, intermittent, no start, no crank, and it had a fuse. This fuse here, fuse number 9. Fuse number 9 and fuse number 4 ran the BCM. Fuse number 9 had an intermittent connection. It was really cool because it would make connection. It had about 1 volt voltage loss across the fuse, which is, you know, way too much on a 50 amp fuse. The other ones were like, you know, 2 or 3 hundredths of a volt, you know, almost immeasurable. I had a voltage drop across it, and as the car warmed up, you could watch the voltage drop increase. It was pretty neat, but there would have been a lot of pissing and moaning in that comment section. It was pretty cool. I was able to trace the problem down based off a history code, and the lady hasn't had any problems since. So it was a lot of fun. You had to be there, I guess. And it looked just like this. That's why I said deja vu. So I ended up throwing the video in the recycle bin because I mixed up some terminology in it, which would have been confusing, and people hyper focus on that, and then you can't get anywhere. So it looks like we're going to make a splice in this wire here because it goes into the harness. I'm kind of curious if there is voltage drop across this little guy. I imagine there probably is, because let's have a look at it. Oh, dang. Dang, girl. Crusty. Oh, corrosion. It runs deep. Let's get a 10. Let's get this thing out of here. 10 and a 13, it looks like. Oh, that baby's stuck in there. She's stuck. Got a nylock lock nut on it. Wonder what that wire goes to. You ever wonder that? Well, let's see what we can do here. I really need that push down. But the way that's designed, you can't. Alright, close your eyes for a minute. Everybody's gonna freak out here. There. Gonna freak out, man. Crusty. So, look at that. It's like that Honda cable we just did. Look how corroded that sucker is. You ready? Yeah, let's move away from the car. Kind of fun, ain't it? Yeah, absolutely no problems with the car. Like I say, we're just doing this preventatively. So, pretty neat, man. This needs the old hot water baking soda treatment here. Make sure our connections are going to be clean. Shiny. Use our Canadian grease, no oxide, it's special, eh? That's the best Canadian joke I got. I don't really know if it's Canadian. We can only assume that it is. I'll stick that right about there for right now. Ooh, it's got a little spark. Better stick this somewhere where nobody's gonna get hurt. we'll come back and torque that to spec, as you guys know. You guys that know us know that's how we roll. All right, where do you want to make the splice? Probably down here in the middle. Be okay. Be okay with you. We're going to reuse the old zip tie. Pull that through. That actually has a little spot that it goes. Get this stick up here. Stick them up. Stick them up while I'm robbing this place. Who's that? Johnny Cash? The Chicken in Black? Is that the name of that song? About the guy who gets the brain transplant. That's a fun song. Now let me make sure I've got enough. I'll make sure I've got enough lead sticking out of this thing. Well, let's see. How are we going to do this? Let's cut the tail off this thing quick before somebody gets hurt. All right, safety third, we got that. Oh, must be we're going blue today. Must be a blue day. Yes, sir. Got you where I want you. Now I'm going to squeeze you. Alright, there's that. Got you where I want you, now I'm going to squeeze you. Probably would be best served to leave this long. Well, let's see. No, that can actually push down through, so we can cut it. Do what we got to do. Okay. There it is. Let me heat that baby up, shrink her down. Let that baby cool. There. Good enough for the girls we run with, right? Alright, that should slow down some future growth. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 and 2 the 4. There's those ones. Oops. Oh, there we go. That's back behind there. I said, oops, like oopsie poopsie daisy. Let's see. There's that. Oh yeah. Remember this one? Don't worry. Pop will fix it. We got your back, Ford. It's your classic Christmas tree zip tie. Don't snug her up yet, fella. Make sure she fits. Oh yeah. Look at that. They go to the car show. That's a big thing at the car shows. You missing one of these, man, you're talking 6-7 points off the top. What's the difference between a big L for loser and a big W? What we'll do is you have to get some barn dust up on there. You have to sprinkle. You know, trick the judges, that's how you do it. There. They'll never even know we were there. No mouse found, just mouse dust. Remnants. So I cleaned the mouse nest out of there. We're back in. Hooked back up. Back in, boom, red lock, re-engaged. That's torque to spec. Wires on, all that's torque to spec. I did that when I was cleaning out the mouse nest. All right, let's see if it still runs. Bing bong, bing bong. Contact. We're on the AM 1100 and everything's good. I turned the wipers are kind of like jittering there, so I don't know if they had to refine themselves or what. There we are. Yeehaw, that's good. Let's get the AC machine. See if there's any refrigerant in it. I believe there was. Looked at it for a few weeks ago. See what we're gonna need. So let's draw it down and get that compressor swapped out of there. Good thing I take good notes. Look back on the estimate. Apparently I had already drained this thing. Oh, we got your classic fuzzy cardboard. Hopefully this will come off. This car is pretty crusty. Of course, it's 10 years old, sits a lot. There it is. Oh, let's see. It's like a big engine diaper. Usually these things they're not missing, they're ripped or soaked with oil. Compressor's right on the bottom, easy peasy. The belt is MIA, didn't have a belt on it when it came in. Before we get too hog wild, ratchety wrench ain't gonna work there. Go old school. I did check, the system is at 0 PSI. Well, this is embarrassing. There we go. We need to make sure that we don't have the black of death. The death of blackness inside the compressor here. It appears to me that the clutches just went nuclear on it. There she goes. That side looks pretty clean. Let me get off the other line here. Again, no ratchety action. If the compressor has gutted itself and shot the whole system full of metal, forget it, I don't touch them. You never get it. You have to replace everything, especially on a expansion valve system. I mean, it gets into everything. Condenser, evaporator, lines, receiver dryer, accumulator if it's got one, if it's an orifice tube system. Sometimes the orifice tube will catch most of it, but gotta get that line down so I can get it out where I can see. I think we're gonna be okay, so we're gonna. Oh, that's right, the skid plate is everything's all together here. That will leave one bolt in it. Is there one extra bolt, is there? Yeah, that's right, there is. That's right, there it is. Exposed. Different length bolts there. So you have to pay attention to where they come from. I didn't. But it can't be too hard to figure out. Well, this is weird. I went to unplug it, but the dang wires are cut. I'll take that zip tie off. Unplug it. Yeah, the wires were cut right off the back of the compressor. Or a mouse ate them. That's our options. That wire goes around town. Unplug that from right there. Alright, is that into the compressor? I don't think so. I don't think so, Joe. What do we got here? Not a 10. Things are either 10 or not 10. Whoa. Oh, that part is on the compressor. That one wire clip, I thought it was on a separate bracket. And you'd be wrong. Oh, you mother lover. Oh, down she goes. Absolutely 0.0 ounces of oil came out of the old compressor. We've got our new one here, has 3.4 ounces of the PAG. So we're going to stick that up there very gingerly just with the one bolt. Just enough to hold it. Hold it right there. We're going to get our electrical connectors plugged in. There's that one. This one is quite interesting. That one does loop-de-loop around. Alright, make sure that plugged in right. It did. Yeah. Let's see. Does this take the big long one back here? Appears so. First try. The two shorter of the long ones. They go here. Now there is dowel pins on this. You gotta make sure you get your dowel pins lined up. Because if you don't, you wish you did. Let's see. Do we want to? Yeah, I guess we could put the belt on later, right? Can we? Oh, she's a stretchy fit. No place to zip tie. Son of a mother. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, let's just leave this guard on. Before we go hog wild torquing that all down to spec, let's see if we can't slide our belt on there first. Alright, we're going on the AC pulley first. We'll see if our fingers are strong enough to hold this thing on. Round and round and round we go. There it is. Our most modern technology. The classic stretch fit belt. No tensioner required. If it don't fit, force it. Here's the part number for you. They make a zillion different tools. I own probably 90% of them for putting stretch fit belts on and off. Easiest way to get them off is a knife, because you're supposed to replace them anyways, allegedly. And then putting them on, usually if the pulley has a zip tie or a hole in it, I'll do the zip tie method. You can Google that, that's pretty common. But take 90% of the tools and just throw them in the garbage, because what we just did there, way easier. This is double gasket. This is like pants and suspenders situation going on here. I've got the flat face gasket here plus the O-ring. And then this one here has just an internal gasket on, just a single gasket on that one. That one's stuck. That one is not stuck. There she is. Everybody lined up? Okay, so I'll make sure. Ooh. Make sure our bracket's gonna line back up here on the other side. Yes, ma'am. There's that one. Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. Oh, you dipshit. Here's the problem here. Making a video using a 13 when you should use a 12, and then you do something like that on camera. Now you can't go back because you can't edit that out. That's real life, folks. I knew that they were 12 mil and the OEMs were 13. In my mind, I'm just all worried about the car show, and then I knew I should have went and got a different socket or wrench. But I'm like, they're not that tight. They're O-ring fittings. Man, looking like a fool. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Who remembers that song? Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. If you haven't heard it, you might want to Google it. I like to give the compressor a few little roundabouts here. Make sure she's not hydrolocked with oil from the shipping and whatnot. We'll let that baby vacuum for a while. I don't know if I showed you guys this or not, but you can see where that clutch went south on this thing. She got hot and crispy. Compressor is still all good. Compressor still turns. Pulley's seized right up though. So that's that. That's what happens there. And we'll answer the question everybody oftentimes asks. When we change a compressor, how come I don't change everything else? Receiver dryer, expansion valve, all that stuff. This is a 10-year-old New York car. You don't touch anything made out of aluminum. So just leave it alone. It was a perfectly working system until the pulley went bad. And the system was full of refrigerant, no leaks at that point. So don't mess with it. You start touching that stuff, and then you are replacing everything. And, let's not take it to the stupid level. Now on a car that has had catastrophic failure, or a system that's been open, has a big leak, it's been open for a long time, no refrigerant in it, hasn't been working, then we'll try to do a receiver dryer accumulator at the very least. People will ask us too, what about warranty? Isn't it going to void the warranty on your compressor? Let's think about it. It's 10 years old. In 4 years, this car is going to be broken half. It's going to be sitting down at Wilbert. So not super concerned about the warranty. I have warranted compressors, only 2 of them, through Ranchu. That's the company we buy them from. And it's just no questions asked. You just call them up, hey, my compressor, you know, need a compressor, whatever part it is. Okay, we'll send you one, here's a call tag. That's it. You don't need to prove anything. They're a great company to deal with. So that's that. Hopefully that answers that question as to why we don't, you know, replace everything just because we're in there. And we're broke down again. You know, 34,788, man. I don't know if I've had a machine cost me more money than this thing. This thing is nothing but continual problems. So it's purging the air out of the internal vessel, and it won't stop. It's just on this continuing purge loop, and it's draining my internal vessel. There it goes again. I'm just gonna shut it off because it won't stop, and then it gets to a point where it throws an error. It's trying to purge air out to reach a certain temperature. Here's your internal vessel here. Temp sensor sits right on top. Doesn't look cruddy. Let me get a mirror shine down in there, because it just purges and purges and purges. Obviously the air is out. We're, you know, purging refrigerant out into the atmosphere, killing ducks and birds and squirrels. I don't have a resistance value for this sensor, but we're just going to see if it's just a crap connection. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't take much. These are super teeny tiny pins. Yeah, those pins are super clean. Looks nice. Well, I'm going to put a little dab of Stabilant 22 and give it a try. Part number from Standard, Sierra Lima 5, in case that doesn't focus, SL5, Stabilant 22. Wicked expensive. The best contact enhancer on the planet. It's fantastic for working on restraint systems. All right, let's see if we can get a purge out of it now. So I'm just letting it run through a vacuum right now. That's what I was doing, is I was pulling a vacuum on the system. Of course, when it's doing that, it purges the air out of the internal vessel. I don't hear it trying to purge the air now, so that's good. I'm gonna let it run for a while. Of course, before we charge it, it'll purge the air just as you would if you're doing it manually. But yeah, this machine and my 1234YF, both Robinaires, have been extremely frustrating. They're broke all the time. See, the problem is the valve bodies on them uses solenoids to activate everything you need to activate, and on these they run on 12 volts. They open initially with 12 volts, and then they duty cycle them about 6 volts. And they're a very, very weak solenoid, so if anything gets on them, any kind of crud, you know, they just don't work. So if you don't know how to work on these machines yourself, you're gonna go broke. They're an absolute disaster. I've had very, very bad luck with them, and I probably will never buy them again. So when it gets time, I'm gonna get rid of these. I've talked to my repair guy. He recommends the Mahle, M-A-H-L-E, Mahle, or Mahle, however you say that. They use 110 volt solenoids, and he says they're just rock solid. He's like, you just don't have issues with them like you have with these. You know, constantly, you don't have, you know, take out solenoids, be one little tiny thing. I mean, you can literally push on them with a toothpick and they, you know, boom, they start working again. You pop them in, it's good. Then it's another one. When you come in, and then it will drain your internal vessel because the solenoid sticks. They're just extremely frustrating. And now with the price of refrigerant being almost, you know, $400 for a 30 pounder and, you know, $500-600 for a 10 pounder, when the machine starts emptying itself and valves and stuff don't start working, it gets really, really frustrating. Did you need us, young lady?
No, I got it.
We having eggshells for lunch?
I'll just put a couple in yours like you like to put them in my scrambled
no.
eggs every time.
Listen.
Every time.
No, you just get it every time because it's a community breakfast. I put all the eggs in, I throw them all
I don't know. I think you set one to the side
I
and
do
shove
not.
it in there to see if I can find it.
I literally scramble them all up and then I just, on my plate, on your plate, kids' plates, whoever's eating.
Like this one right here?
Go ahead and leave it. Are you eating egg salad? Because I know where that's going if you do.
Exactly.
Guarantee it.
Even if you want to give me like a bite of your scrambled eggs, just so you don't get the shell.
Yep.
Every
Well,
time.
I stick all this to the side and when I get done with your scrambled eggs, I just go like this.
Probably.
A little sprinkle.
You need a little fiber in your diet?
A little sprinkle it. I think it's calcium.
I know, but it's insoluble fiber
Oh,
for
I
you.
see. Gotcha. So, egg salad?
Yes.
What else? Else we got anything? Just egg salad is all we're having?
I have watermelon.
What, you gonna put it on white bread too? Trying to kill me? Oh, okay, good. Just making sure. Making sure you ain't trying to take me out with cholesterol and bleached white
I
flour.
can make you an white egg salad.
No.
Give me this thing. Well,
Alright, well, give us a holler.
okay.
It worked. Let me fire this pig up. I don't know. Maybe the fuse might even be blowing in this thing too. We'll find out. Let's see. Yep. Pressure's not putting on. I can't see it. I can tell you right now it's not picking on. Alright, let's find out. Sure we have a long fuse. Of course, Ford only has a number. I don't feel like looking it up, so we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way here. Oh, this one's blown. Alright, this one here is blown. Get a pair of needle nose. Oh, needle nose. Needle nose. This one here. Yes, sir, she's blown. Let's go up into our spare bag of fuses. I don't know if I've got any regular 15s in there. What do we got? Hey, look at that. We don't even have to run upstairs now. Hey, well, you know he's there. I heard it click. Oh, now she's going. High pressure's a climbing. Goody goody gumdrops. Look at that one side. And the wire's cut, the belt's gone. Everything went on the meltdown. Fuse was blown. We gotta get some fans turned on here. Oh, there's the tell you, high pressure is creeping up. Not too high though. Alright. Alright, that's working again. Got our caps on it. Sitting here idle. What are we at? About 45 degrees. F coming out of the vents. Holding right steady there and idle, not too bad. About 80 so in here. Yeah, inside we're at 81 degrees F. Pretty humid out, of course. Way hotter out there in the sunshine. So I think it's about 85 or so out there. 85, 86. So pretty good. We'll go eat our egg salad. Go take her for a rip there, bud. Oh, back on off the rumble strips, fella. Where are we at here? About 45 degrees F out of the center vent. It's cold, I know that. Stop here for a moment. It's cold. Oh, I guess I gotta leave my seatbelt on because we gotta keep driving. That's it, folks. Easy peasy. Battery cable and AC compressor. If you're doing your own AC compressor, take it into a shop, have them discharge it for you. Make your repairs, put it back together, have them, you know, vacuum out the system and recharge it for you. That would be my advice. If they have a Robin air machine, make sure that they make sure the machine works first, which I should have done, but anyhow, just frustrated with that thing. Always broke every year. Anyways, stop complaining. I don't want to hear any complaining in that comment section. Go down there. Questions, comments, Insta, Facebook. You guys know. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.